Hello, good morning. Am I audible? Okay, lots of people. Namaste. Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, great. Yes, sir, you are audible. Okay, Jupiter in Dhanu, 11th house, Saturn Ketu in Mean, second house. Jupiter Mahadasha, Saturn Antardasha is starting tomorrow. What affects? Be careful about your finances. Saturn is impacting both the money oriented houses. Okay, so just be wise with your expenses. Your money matters, like spend wisely, don't spend unnecessarily and all. uh, make long term expenses means whenever you are spending money somewhere, just think how much it is going to benefit you in long term. Okay, so that is what you should be doing. Okay, uh, so financially and like in family matters and all, just be extra careful. Good evening. Yes, now you are audible. Great. One question: what is the result of anafa yoga when moon in sixth house and Mars is in fifth house for Sagittarius ascendant? I am not very sure about this yoga. Like this yoga is there, but I don't like remember the definition right now. Mars is in fifth house for Sagittarius, means it is in like own sign. Moon is in the sixth house, it is in Taurus. So they both are like doing good, unless and until there is another impact of another planet. Okay, so unless there is another impact of another planet like Saturn and all, this is going to be like a beneficial yoga, as both are in good dignity. uh, Pisces ascendant 11th house. Uh, right. Pisces ascendant 11th house and 5th house, Lord in 3rd house. 11th house is okay, Saturn and Moon are in the 3rd house. Second Lord in 12th house. Okay. Second Lord in 12th house, so aspects between 11th and the 2nd. With connection of fifth house. Can I become a billionaire? Anyone can become a billionaire. No, not a big deal. Do business. Now, if you want to become a billionaire, no one becomes billionaire by doing a job. Do you have to do business? Now ask yourself if you are ready to do business. If you are ready to take the risk. Okay. So planetary positions are fine. Okay. But now it is upon you whether you want to take the risk or not. Okay. I wish to know if D9 is really important. Does D9 show the true strength of a planet? D9 is important for your right life path. Now, I consider D9 for someone finding someone's right life path. I don't consider for marriage matters or seeing the real strength of the planets and all. That is not my way. I feel D9 is for right life path, nothing else. Okay. Jupiter will transit Taurus in fourth house for me, and Jupiter is active dasha wise. So what changes uh, I will see for transit in Taurus in fourth house. So like finance, wealth, assets, and all, you can have some benefits coming in those areas. Just a second. Where did it go? Okay. uh, in those matters you can have some benefits. There can be some frustration also because Jupiter is in enemy sign. Plus there can be some frustration in relationship with your family members or people at home. So when it comes to relationship matters you can feel some frustration, but it is like good time for financial benefits. Right. Saturn is aspecting Mars. Yeah, I got it. So Saturn is aspecting Mars. Please don't repeat questions. From last 3 weeks, I'm responding to this question from this same person. Okay. Please don't repeat questions. Please don't waste your time. Please don't waste my time. Okay. Jupiter and Rahu in first house Pisces. Great for spiritual process progress. Great for any creative or imaginative matters. Great for all those things which are related with Pisces. If they are in Revati, maybe for financial growth also. But when the drawback can be person can be too imaginative, can be too much self-centered. Okay, can be too much about himself only, nothing else. So that is one drawback of Jupiter Rahu in Pisces. But for spiritual pursuits, imaginative creative pursuits, or financial growth, great position. Regards, sir, do we consider 7th Charakaraka or 8th? I consider 7th. Kindly also make videos on Gemini Charakarakas. I wrote articles on Gemini astrology. I don't think I am going to make any video. Now video wise only I do this Q&A session, nothing more than that. Okay, I consider 7 Charakarakas in this Jagannath Hora only. You will find eighth one. Okay, otherwise normally people consider 7 Karakas. Uh, its fifth house will activate after childbirth. If Mars there, which is debilitated, what result will give Mars respect to child? For the first time, like first of all, like when I look for like childbirth related matters, I prefer girl's chart. I'd never prefer the guy's chart. Okay, because she is supposed to bear, conceive, and deliver the child. Okay, so that is why her chart is more important. So if it is in guy's chart, Mars debilitated in the fifth house, I will not even consider. uh, Coming to the Mars in the fifth house Cancer, it is not like the person cannot have a child. They can have difficulties in the childbirth, they can have difficult relationship with child later on. That is a possibility. um, is fifth house will activate after childbirth is the main question. Fifth house got activated, that's why the childbirth is happening. So fifth house will get activated before the childbirth. I wish to know. Thank you very much for your input. Thank you. Venus and Sun in Lagna for Aquarius ascendant, running Saturn Mahadasha and Rahu Antardasha. Look at where Saturn and Rahu are placed. You will get results of that. Saturn is in fifth house with the Sun, uh, with Sun in eighth house for work person. Okay, it was Aquarius rising, anyways. Running Saturn Mahadasha and Rahu Antardasha. So Saturn Rahu co-rule the first house, and but wherever they are sitting, pay attention on those areas of life. Then, and the results will always come in Saturnine way. Saturnine is like Delay hard work and perseverance. Person has to work a lot. One question, if it is not repetitive, please ask. Okay. Don't ask repetitive questions. What combination makes someone too practical and not able to understand other people's emotions? Earth science can make someone too practical. That is a possibility. Okay. When person has too many planets in Earth science, that is all. That can that can bring the possibility of person having this too much of practical approach. Also, like if seventh house is damaged or if moon is damaged, that also shows person is unable to understand other people's emotions or other people's point of view and all. So moon becomes important. For emotions, moon become important. Saturn in fifth house with sun in eighth house for Virgo ascendant. Virgo, Capricorn. So sun is in the eighth house, Aries. Great. Saturn is in own sign. Sun is in like exaltation. Uh, it can be a great combination for someone who wants to work with the government or wants to work in the government. Okay, that can happen. But again, as Saturn is involved, delay, hard work, perseverance, things will happen with delay, hard work and perseverance. Saturnine way. If majority of planets of any chart is placed in earth signs, then will it make the person too logical? It can. Sinha lagna, Sinha Lagna, this Mars and Moon Yuti in 12th house, is it positive or negative one? Everything is positive, everything is negative. There is nothing like completely positive, there is nothing like completely negative. Okay. Mars, Moon Yuti in the 12th house, it is Cancer. So Mars is debilitated, Moon is in own sign. For gains from foreign lands or maybe like for visiting foreign lands, it can be great position for being a like healer also. It is a good position. Psychologist, it is a great position for being psychologist, but in relationship matters person can have difficulties when Mars and Moon are in 12th house Cancer. Okay. uh, how accurate, no, but Moon in itself is exalted in Taurus, which is earth sign, so the person will be practical also, emotional also. I am Moon in Taurus. Okay. I am practical also, at times I am emotional also. Then how accurate Chalit chart is? Mercury in fifth house, but it's in sixth house in Chalit. When Dasha will start, how Mercury will behave? I prefer D1 chart. Okay, the main birth chart, because the Chalit chart is also coming because of main birth chart. Did you watch videos of Bapu Darshat Bhai Ji Patel? I don't know this person. Thank you. I accidentally visited videos and got deeper knowledge on universe and got, but not sure whether it is true or not. Even I don't know who is God. I never met him, so I cannot tell. Uh, I am Gemini Lagna, Sun, Venus, Mercury in the eighth house, Saturn in the seventh. Already 35. Should I look for marriage or drop the idea to get married? I don't give marriage related consultations. Thank you. I cannot help you in marriage related questions. Thank you. Venus and Sun in Lagna for Aquarius Lagna, Saturn Mahadasha, Rahu Antardasha. Right, as I said, look at the placement where Saturn and Rahu are placed. Person needs to focus on those matters, and then the results of the Saturn and Rahu Dasha will come. Also, results will come in a Saturnine way of delay, hard work, and perseverance. That means person has to work over a long period of time and persevere through it and put his best effort. Then the results will come. Is D60 more important than D1? For me, D1 is most important because every other chart is coming out of D1 chart. If you don't have a D1 chart, you cannot make D60 chart. Okay. Hmm. So Saturn Ketu in 11th house for Virgo ascendant. Person may start earning very late in life, maybe in 30s. Okay, and that can be the situation. Also in financial matters, person needs to be like very careful about his savings and all. Saturn Ketu together in the 11th house Sagittarius. Okay. Also in matters of higher education, person may have to like work really hard and all, then the higher education will come. Okay. So these are the things. Person may not have any elder sibling or may not have support of any elder sibling. That is a possibility. Okay. Okay. Mars in Hasta Virgo, sixth house. Mars in Hasta Virgo, sixth house. Moon in Aries, first house. For Aries ascendant, how will be behavior? Mind can be like very aggressive. Person can be very assertive of what he wants to do. Mars eighth aspect is also coming, so it is like a person can be feeling lots of instabilities, ups and downs in life, in overall life. Okay, that can be the situation with Mars in sixth house Virgo and Moon in the first house. uh, Still, like person can be very much like a go-getter kind of person. Okay. Mars in third house Aries ascendant, get into your own business. If Venus, what if Venus and Mercury in Ashlesha in the third house, getting Rahu's aspect from 11th house in Pisces, can be very good for professions like counseling, especially psychological counseling, if the person is interested in it. In seeing Lagna, Yuti of Sun, Mercury, Ketu in the 10th house, is Ketu Mahadasha favorable? It depends on what you are looking for from Ketu Dasha. If you are looking for money and power and prestige and finance and all that, then Ketu Dasha can be troublesome because Ketu doesn't represent these things. If you are looking for spirituality and all, then Ketu Dasha can be great. Saturn Rahu both in Capricorn for in Sun's Nakshatra, how Saturn Dasha will be. Saturn Dasha is always the same. It is the Dasha of hard work, perseverance, and patience. Okay, person has to keep lot of patience and persevere through his work, and then only Saturn will give the result. The main thing is that when Saturn gives the result, even those results are staying for a long time. Okay, so persevere, work hard, and get the best result over the longest period of time. What is the result of Saturn in eighth house for Sagittarius ascendant? Will it make the person liar? Uh, his speech is like mainly second house and third house related matters. Second house represents your speech, third house represents your communication, overall or written. Mercury is the planet of communication. So when second house, third house, or Mercury is impacted by Rahu or Ketu, because they represent illusion. Person can. I'm not saying that everyone who has this position is a liar. I'm just saying person can be a potential liar. We all lie. Okay, just accept it. We all lie. Okay, don't worry. So we should not be so judgmental about others. Okay. Thank you. What exactly is Rahu's fifth house, fifth aspect doing to the Venus and Mercury? Would love to understand. Fifth and ninth aspect of Rahu and Ketu is has the fifth and ninth house energy. What is fifth house? Is the house of like education. Ninth house is the house of higher education. So when Rahu is aspecting fifth on Venus and Mercury, it is telling the person to educate themselves. Okay, it is the telling the person to educate themselves in the matters of Venus, Mercury, and Cancer in Ashlesha. Okay, sir, you never lie. You don't even know me. Okay, I lie like 1,000 times in a day. Okay, so that is the thing. You don't even know the my real name, and you have that much of like trust that I never lie. Osho's disciple and never lie. That never happens. Jupiter retro and Saturn retro in Taurus, second house result. Jupiter retro and Saturn retro in Taurus, second house results. In my matters of family, wealth, and finance, the person may have to reflect back a lot. May have to have like lots of upsets. Okay, person may gain their wealth after like much of hard work and perseverance and all. That is the kind of result it can give. Rahu fourth house, any positive impact for Virgo ascendant? It is great position for knowledge gain, knowledge share. Rahu is in the fourth house, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is sign of higher education. Rahu is obsession. Person can be obsessed towards higher education related matters. So that can be one of the thing. Okay, like person can utilize that higher education to guide others in future. In which does Ketu gives past life expertise when it is in the when it is in the 10th house for Sagittarius ascendant. Person can be very analytical, can be very good with analysis and details, working with numbers. Person can be very good in financial nature of research. Okay, if it is in Hasta, maybe healing and healthcare. So that is these are the possibilities. Hello, O series. In D10 chart, Saturn in Capricorn's fourth house and Moon in a 10th house, Cancer. What does it that mean? I would prefer going into D1 chart first, then come into D10 chart. I don't go into D10 chart directly, any divisional chart directly. Can he go for bank jobs? I cannot say just because of one planetary placement in Ketu in the 10th house Virgo. One thing I can say, he should not work under others. Ketu is separation, 10th house is like working under others' authority, separation from working under others' authority. So don't work under others' authority. That I can say. So no job, and neither government nor private. Do your own business. Venus Rahu Yuti gives material gains, but what if it's in D9 and does it work the same? Uh, I will again say go into your D1 first and finalize like what D1 is saying. In D9, I don't even know where they are placed, in which house, which sign, what is the ascendant of D9. I cannot say anything. Okay. If is Ketu in Libra 7th house, Venus in Scorpio 8th house for Aries, rising bad financially for relationship. Relationship wise, every chart has its own difficulty, so this person will have their own difficulty. uh, it is financially I cannot say financially, but for relationship, it is a difficult position. Ketu is in Vishaka, Venus is in Jeshta. For relationship matters, it is a difficult position, just like every chart has its own difficulty. It is not that only Ketu in the seventh house people face the difficulties in relationship, everyone is facing difficulty in relationship. In D1 chart, Taurus ascendant, Saturn in Jeshta, seventh house, what is that good for? In D1 chart, Taurus ascendant, Saturn in Jeshta, seventh house, what is that good for? Saturn is like ninth and tenth lord sitting in the seventh house. Get into any knowledge sharing, consulting, counseling related business. For that, it will be good. In the matters of delay, hard work, and perseverance, if person is ready and willing to put his best effort over the longest period of time, then fine. Rahu in fourth house for Sagittarius ascendant, what will be the result in Rahu Mahadasha? I just said Rahu in fourth house Sagittarius is very good for higher education related matters in Rahu. In Rahu Mahadasha, the more this person shares the knowledge, Rahu and Jupiter both, the more this person shares the knowledge, guides people, counsel people, the better he will gain in his life. Venus in Leo, 7th Rahu in 10th, 7th Rahu in 8th. D1 Venus Rahu in Taurus, second house Aries D9. I didn't understand anything. Venus in Leo 7th, Rahu in 8th in D9, D1 chart. Venus Rahu in Taurus, second house Aries D9 chart. What is the question? Person can have ego issues in the relationship. Person can have some like high expectation in the relationship, which he should let go if he wants to sustain his relationship. Right. Mm, material gains from business. Person should get into their own business, then only. Uh, if Rahu is in the first house in Aries and Jupiter is in Leo in the fifth house, does this create Guru Chandal Yoga? Yes, it creates Guru Chandal Yoga. My Ketu is close to my sun, which makes my confidence have some issues. Right, Ketu Sun people or Ketu in the first house, Ketu in the third house can be, and that type of situation. Right. Yes. Does Saturn in eighth house give someone a smoking, drinking problem? All these problems are Rahu Ketu problems, illusion. Okay, illusion of any kind. If Mars, Venus, Sun, and Mercury is in Scorpio in eighth house, and Rahu in Aries in the first house, mm, Rahu would be aspecting these planets, right? Sun, Mercury, Venus in Scorpio, eighth house. Rahu, no, Rahu has fifth and ninth aspect. Mm. So Rahu from the first house will aspect fifth and ninth. It will not aspect eighth. Sun Mars in Magha in D1 fourth house, in Aries in D9 eighth house. What is the result? Will success come later? Mm, Sun Mars in Magha Leo. It is good position for real estate if the person is interested. Mm, yeah, so Sun Mars in Magha in the D1 fourth house can be like good for real estate related matters. I cannot tell more than that. So if Saturn impact is there, then like it may be delayed success. If Sun in the 10th house for Sagittarius ascendant good, it is in like friendly sign. It can bring benefits, but it is too generic information to say good or bad. Okay, then just fifth and ninth. Thank you for clarifying. It's at some places fifth and ninth as well. So I got confused. Okay. Uh, Uh, right. Saturn is first and 12th lord aspects my fourth house. Can I expect change of place in this Antardasha? Relocation is 11th house, 8th from the 4th. I can see there are so many people having injury and health problems. Is it due to Saturn or transit or Rahu? Saturn, Rahu both aspecting Scorpio, and things will enhance further if when Jupiter comes into Taurus, and it will also aspect Scorpio. Then Jupiter, Rahu, Saturn all will aspect Scorpio. Is it possible that both true and mean node position are correct, or only one can be? It depends on individual cases. Sometimes mean node works for someone, sometimes true node for someone. So it depends on the individual. So for me, mean node works, but it is not necessary. Okay, that for everyone mean node will work. You are a really divine person. Lots of love from Delhi. Thank you. Lots of love from Delhi. Right. What planet positions can commonly make someone a criminal? I have written many articles on serial killers and their chart, and other combinations of criminals and all. So that is what those articles can help you if you are interested in this stuff. Okay. I've written quite a bit about like criminal astrology. Did you hear about Bheri Yoga? I sent you an email about it. I might have heard, I might have written, I don't remember what is Bheri Yoga. I think I got an email and I think I wrote about it. I am not sure. Okay, so yeah. Right. Does mindful meditation help person? Any kind of meditation can help person. So many yogas. Yes, there are many. Mm. I can see there are so many people having injuries and medical problems these days. Yeah, that's what I said. Saturn, Rahu are both impacting a Scorpio sign. Jupiter is aspect will also aspect Scorpio from like May. So this thing can intensify. So just be extra careful regarding your health and regarding like to avoid accidents and sudden events. Thanks for answering. And once I talked to you on call for health consultation, your advice was helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. Is Rahu good in Revati Nakshatra? Every planetary placement is good, every planetary placement is bad. These are just the energies. How you use the energy depends on you. Same fire can cook food for you, same fire can cook another person for you. What you want to cook, okay, that is it. So Rahu in Revati has many positive representation also. Rahu in Revati has many negative representation also. Where you want to focus, where which action you want to take, that will decide. If Saturn is in Ardra, then does this create huge delay like when Saturn aspects Rahu, or is it not the same? Uh, Delay is always the nature of Saturn. In any situation, in any position, Saturn will create delay. Okay, so not a big deal. Okay, so this is the thing with Saturn. Yeah, we can say that Saturn Rahu energy exchange is there. So Saturn in Ardra is like a difficult position. Anyway, Saturn's any position is difficult position. What are the results of Rahu Mahadasha and Mars Antardasha and Rahu in fourth house? Mars is in the fifth house, Sagittarius. It is. There are many articles on the website regarding dashas. This cannot be answered in like one sentence. Mahadasha analysis and all. There it is like 1 hour time at least. That's why I said uh, conceptual questions. Okay. Okay, I think we are done. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Bye. See you.